Hello everyone, this is Alan Fine. I'm here with Larry Pimentel, the President and CEO of Azamara. We're going to talk about that and more, and this is Insider Travel Report. Larry, this is a big day for you. Let's talk about how it feels.
God, it's an amazing day. I mean, it's one of those pivot points in your career where you're doing something that's palpable. You can feel it's a difference. The press, the agents, the travel partners who are here, and it's just a glorious moment in Azamara's history.
Well, let's tell them why.
Well, I think Azamara as a company is concentrated on destination immersion. It is the most important thing because the reason people cruise is the land.
Right.
And so what we've done is extraordinary. Every embarkation and disembarkation program, there are 3 to 6 day programs that can be attached to the cruise that give people deeper travel. So it's a connection of culture to culture and people to people. And we are really a brand with a purpose. We love what we do, and this connection is fascinating. And it even happens during a voyage as an option. People can get off on one port, stay a night, 2 or 3, and catch the ship at other ports. So this is like no programming that exists.
It's flexible and it's deep.
It's way deep, and there's 1,700 programs, Alan. That is a lot of programming, more than any other cruise line anywhere.
Which makes you a hybrid.
That's correct. We're somewhere between a tour operator, yet in our case, we've selected the best operators in the world to work with.
Let's talk about them.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I mean, you know, Micato in South Africa, agents know them and love them. Cox and Kings, a company from 1758, 260 years. I mean, can you imagine how many world wars and activities there were that these guys went to?
I know they did Gandhi's first trip to England and Mount Everest.
Absolutely correct. And so we have Belmont with their magnificent trains and their wonderful hotels, and specialist operators like Perry Golf that is all about golfing. Those people, the ship is a conveyance. That's what it is, to magnificent golf in great places on Earth.
So your hallmark are unique experiences, but they're always new and more of them. What do you want to talk about now?
Well, there's so many of them. You know, we talk about
some this evening.
1,700, but there is a few that I really think that are favorite. One is just I love everything about the animals in Africa. The pre and post 5 night programs with Micato to see the big 5 animals, yet having the wine tours and the culinary side of South Africa, which is fantastic. But one of the most unique is actually in Bolivia, and it's the salt flats in Bolivia. Now, you can imagine you're in a camp of Airstream campers, and it is a culinary camp of the finest food and some of the finest chefs in the country. So these are very, very unique programs. Others are to Borneo to see the orangutans. That's not a thought process that's so connected to ships because, again, you got a 6-night program, and we're going 2.5 hours by speedboat to not only see the orangutans in their wildlife in the rainforest, we're seeing the Mari villages that most of the Western world never sees. So these programs are extraordinarily unique.
But you do also a lot of night touring, and you have your Amazing Evenings, which is unlike anyone else.
Well, the Amazing Evenings are designed for the whole ship. These are ships that are less than 700 passengers. We have 3 of them. And these are programs, I'll give you an example of it. We went into Tuscany from Livorno rather than Florence. Most of our guests have been there. And we went to the Verrazzano castles. Now, if you can imagine this, we had an oral historian that came in and said, here is where David was carved by Michelangelo.
Right.
And we brought in the 3 tenors from the Opera House and created an evening that was cultural that can't be Googled. We have a lot of product like that. This is one very unique company, Azamara.
Okay, but then let's talk about the land touring. Other cruise lines stop for the evening, not like you.
No, we do overnights, and we have the most late nights and the most overnights of anybody in passenger shipping. That's not new, but now we've added an explosive amount of product. It's a 97% addition of land product pre and post, and it's taken us a long time to get here, and boy is it worth it.
Now this is so expansive. Let's talk about, we've got 90,000 travel advisors. There's some training involved.
Yes, you can go online. Certainly the website is the place to go, but we have training, travel agent training on the website. But the call centers are also fantastic, and we have new land products, which are brochures on the land product programs, and you can download it electronically. In fact, you can send it to your clients electronically. If you have a guest already on Azamara, send them the electronic brochure. You're likely to increase your income and also their great experience.
Let's talk about that. This is all commissionable. That is a groundbreaker.
Yeah, it is a groundbreaker. It's very difficult to achieve with this complexity. All land programs are 10%, with the exception of one, which is golf, which is an activity. That's $200 per person booked. But in our case, we won't work with any vendors unless we can pay travel advisors for their effort and their work. But we're giving them product they otherwise are not getting on other cruise lines.
So it's a lot going on, but you're very focused.
Yeah, we're focused on experiential travel, both at sea and land, and we're bridging the two. And that's what we're doing, and that's the reason for the name change from Azamara Club Cruises to Azamara.
Right.
And that is because we surveyed people. We want to bring land-based guests to the shipping industry, and the way to do that is most of those guests don't want to go and see a place from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. They want destination immersion, and that's what we're about.
Right. I love your new logo.
So do I. It's fantastic. It's kind of an artistic view of an open world and the moving ocean and the connection of water to land. And think about it, 3/4 of the world is water, and we're connecting to the most exciting destinations. And yet, in the logo, we have the North Star, which is about balance. It's about direction. It's what navigators have used for centuries, and we're pretty proud of where we're at.
Let's just say goodbye to the travel advisors. Anything you want them to know?
No, I just want them to tell their clients and make them aware. If you've got a client who've walked into your office and asking about Italy, perhaps Japan, perhaps New Zealand, Azamara is a choice. Even though they walked in thinking land, you'll combine the best of both. Good luck.
You've had a big day. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thanks, Alan. Nice to see you.
This is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.